are starting on our artist study. Now our artist study is a 2-week task. That is because it takes a lot of time to create one of these beautiful artist studies like you see in front of you. There's 3 parts to the artist study. There will be the annotation, there will be the high quality copy, and then to finish it all off there will be the presentation. Now you can see with these examples on this page that I have, the presentation is incredibly high, making all of these students some of the top grade achieving students on the GCSE course. The reason the presentation is high is because the presentation of each page connects with the style of the artist. The presentation is an extension of the student's understanding of the style. Now the best way to understand the artist's style, first of all, is to just study the artist's work. So the first thing we have to look at, step 1, is the annotation, which is your own thoughts on the artist's work. Now I do not want you to print loads and loads of information off the internet. That won't get you any marks. All that is doing is showing that you know how to Google something on the internet. What I would rather know is your own thoughts on the artist. But where do you start? So this week, choose an artist that connects to your theme. Their work hopefully has already appeared on your mind map. You then need to research the artist on the internet, but you need to make sure the videos that you watch that they are from reputable sites and therefore it's not false information. Once you've learned a little bit and you've studied the work, then have a go at completing a structure strip. You've all done structure strips before. They're there to help you compose your own information and your own thoughts about the artist. So, when you are Googling an artist, so here we go, I'm just loading up Google now. I might, for instance, decide that I'm looking at Andy Warhol, for instance. So I would type in Andy Warhol. I would get lots and lots of hits. I would probably avoid Wikipedia and I'd go to somewhere more like the Tate. Okay, the Tate is an art gallery. I know the information that I get is going to be factual. And there's lots of information on there for me to read. So going back to what I was talking about. So make sure you watch a video and then you complete the structure strip. Now the structure strip, you've all done these lots. The first part of the structure strip is an introduction. So make sure you mention the artist's name, and I want you to look at describing the work that you're looking at, setting the scene. So what's the artist's name? What has the artist created? How was it made? What is the subject matter? So what are they looking at? What are they studying? And how does the composition work? And there are some starter sentences to help you get going if you're stuck. So once you've described the work, you then need to analyse it. So you need to talk about how the work makes you feel, what you think the most important part of the work, why it's effective, why do you think the artist has chosen to represent it like this way. Again, a number of sentence starters to help you. And finally, you need to evaluate what you've looked at. So how it relates to your theme, that is one of the most important parts of this study. What you like about it, don't like. If you were to recreate that work, what would you change? And again, really importantly, what do you plan to do in response to this research? So what is it about this artist that's connected to your theme will you take forward into your own final piece that you design? And lastly, what will you remember? So this is this week's task. It is to do the artist study. Your next week's task will be to do your high quality copy and also to present it. If you find that you've completed your structure strip quite quickly, you are more than welcome to start the copy because you know that is coming. The structure strips I've attached to this is a PDF, so you can download those yourself and look at those questions. This video to watch to help remind you what you're doing. I will also put a video on there about doing a copy and also the presentation, but that is next week's task. I'm just putting them on there in case you want to organise your time and get ahead of the game. Do not forget to upload it. We need to see all this work as your teachers. Keep going, you're doing amazing, and I can't wait to see how you develop these artist studies. They're a whole assessment objective, a quarter of your marks, so make sure they're a good one. Look after yourselves. Bye bye.